Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Tuesday, December 9, 2025. Making the headlines tonight, Gales Point's Christmas Bram and Sambai officially inscribed by UNESCO. Activists plan protest on motorcycle training course, and new UDP leader confident in rebuilding efforts but faces questions on campaign financing. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having 2 sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments, just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Yes, I want to do farming. Fruits, vegetables, anything. You don't have to go there and buy, you have your own thing.
This never happened when I come here to baby. That's why you do.
200 lots, more lots than people with the land of Ocasio. So when I pick them when I ban yet to get land.
You could look at all of them, how happy they are. They're so, man, these people don't know how to express themselves right now.
People have never had a land before, will live here for years, finally get something to say, okay, I have something in my name, you know.
So when you get your piece of land, you have to hold on to your land. You have something to pass on to your picnic.
Use your land, make it useful.
Don't sell your land because it is gold. You're investing in your own selves and your children down the road.
I know how to say thanks again because it's a great achievement.
It's Christmas time at Brothers Habet and Habet, and we have some great gifts for you, like our signature 15% off all Berger, Penta, and domestic paints, and 30 to 40% off selected and discontinued colors. 15% off all power tools, 20 to 30% off select tiles, 20 to 65% off light fixtures, and 40% off sunlight windows and mirrors. Also, GST free days on December 6th and 20th. Plus, for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a $500 gift certificate in our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Brothers Habet and Habet.
Today we gather not only to plan but also to reaffirm our commitment to excellence, modernization, and serving the Belizean people with integrity, competence, and a sense of vision and purpose. One of the most powerful ways to address crime is through continuous professional development.
This training strategic planning workshop is not just another meeting or another administrative exercise. It is a deliberate investment in the professionalism, readiness, and the future of the department. Effective training improves outcomes. And when outcomes improve, we gain public trust. That trust is a pillar of policing. Without it, no department can succeed. But training by itself is not enough. The quality of our policing will only improve if what is learned in the classroom, workshops, and field exercise is implemented on the ground. And you, the commanders, are the critical link between training and performance. You as leaders will shape the training agenda for the next 3 years. You are the ones who will carry this plan back to your formations. You are the ones who will turn strategy into actions.
This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. On to my agony, strength in it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who will take the crown in a 2026? This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, every cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. All top class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day cycling classic.
This a Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
No, sir. Gales Point Manatee, the historic Creole village in the Belize district today, saw its Christmas Bram and Sambai inscribed on UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The nomination was adopted at the 20th session of the Intergovernmental Committee in New Delhi, India. Today's inscription follows the recognition of the Garifuna language, music, and dance, Belize's first element to be incorporated. A Belize delegation headed by Belize's UNESCO Secretary General Araini Palacio Morgan traveled to India for the historic event. She was accompanied by Rolando Cocom, the director of ISCR Niche, April Martinez, Living Heritage Officer Celine Solis from the National Creole Council, Emeth Young, and Master Drummer from Gales Point, and Charlene Andrewen, Master Dancer from Gales Point. After the inscription became official, Cocom addressed the committee, highlighting the importance of such a declaration for Gales Point and Belize as a whole.
On behalf of the government and people of Belize and of the Gales Point community and the National Creole Council, we extend our sincere gratitude for approving Belize's nomination of Christmas Bram and Sambai of Gales Point Malante Village to the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. We are deeply honored to receive this international recognition. Christmas Bram and Sambai, like many expressions from our Caribbean region, embody the cultural creativity, spirituality, and endurance of African descendants who overcame enslavement and whom we must support in the process to repair the injustice committed. This inscription reaffirms the value of the 2003 Convention as a space where communities may present their living heritage with dignity and where state parties work hand in hand with practitioners to safeguard these traditions for future generations. We are confident that the people of Gales Point and the many practitioners, knowledge bearers, and advocates involved will see this as a meaningful step forward, one that strengthens their efforts to safeguard their values, knowledge, and skills. For Belize, this moment is also a reflection of our strong and ongoing commitment under the 2003 Convention. This second inscription to the representative list comes as a result of many years of capacity building, of public awareness and education, supported by the Secretariat and the generous contributions of state parties. The achievement arrives at a time when coastal communities in small and vulnerable states face increasing threats from climate change and other pressures. As you witnessed this demonstration of Christmas Bram and Sambai, may the song of the drum in this hallway travel from the beautiful land and people of India to Mother Africa, to the Caribbean, and into our homes nestled in Central America. For Belize and for the people of Gales Point Village, this is a profound honor.
On Friday, Minister of Culture, Honorable Francis Fonseca, spoke of the importance of the global recognition of Belize's culture.
Yeah, very, very, very important. I think anytime we can celebrate our culture, and at the global level, there is a recognition of the importance of that culture and the intangibility of that culture. I think it's an important event. So we certainly welcome that from Niche, the Ministry of Culture. We celebrate that because it represents our rich diversity here in Belize.
During a UDP press conference today, Senator Patrick Faber spoke on the tremendous work it took to be inscribed by UNESCO and revealed that the work began during the UDP administration. Chester Williams, CEO in the Ministry of Transport, has reacted to the news that activist Jose Oak Espat plans to protest against the training course that will be a precursor to obtaining a license for a motorcycle. The protest is planned for Sunday, December 21, starting at 2 p.m. from the Memorial Park in Belize City. Espat is joining forces with activist Sylvia Waite.
We are protesting the $300 that they want to charge us with. We see it as another hustle. It's another lead hustle. The average Belizean uses a motorcycle as his or her means of transport. You will not see the son or daughter of a wealthy Belizean or a wealthy foreigner living in Belize driving a motorcycle, using a motorcycle as a means of transport. Mr. Zabane in Dangriga, since you are so intent on legislating this by January, why at the same time, why don't you ask your comrades in the People's United Party to legislate bringing in helmets duty-free, bring in all helmets free of duty, free of stamp duty, free of taxes. In that way, you would be helping the average Belizean a lot.
There are 10,000 registered motorcycle licensees in Belize, according to inside sources. If every one of those people are required and forced to pay that $300 for each course, then that's $3 million. What will be done with that $3 million? And not tell me government no get no money out of that. Please, not tell me that. Not tell me that. Right? So all of these questions need to be asked. Right? Is this going to be a one-time thing, or it's going to be every periodic, like every certain time you have to renew this course? Right? So we need to know all of these things. We need to know all the other things and a lot more questions that I'm going to put forward in the next slide. I can't understand, and I'm guessing it's just them playing on your emotions. I can't understand how the minister get on national television and they tell you about it's cheaper to get this course than to buy a casket. That's being totally disrespectful and insensitive to people. You understand? Because for me, an accident is just that. It's an accident. I don't believe for 1 second that any of us wake up any day and say, well, here what? Make I go crash today. Make I go crash my motorcycle. Make I go crash my car.
Today, Williams took to social media and wrote, quote, "We see things happening that is killing our children, and we stand on the side and do nothing but complain. For so many years, we witnessed our future bleeding out on our highways, and what did we do? We go on social media and say RIP. Do we feel like this is enough?" End quote. He added that now that someone is trying to do something, quote, all of a sudden, nothing becomes active to try and stop something that can possibly help our people, end quote. While Williams admits that the training will not stop all accidents, he insists it will help to reduce them. He adds that the training will focus on imparting motorcyclists with knowledge of the fence, driving rules of the road, and critical decision-making in tight situations. Williams stated, quote, "This is the right thing to do if we care about our children," end quote. Addressing one of Espat's comments that the government should be dealing with the bigger problems instead, like drivers paying for their licenses, Williams wrote, quote, "Yes, there will always be corruption. You know who caused this? We the people who allows it, who pay the bribe and who cover it up. So there is no one to be blamed for the corruption in the system but us. What I can also assure you is that this new system will not only prepare our riders to better handle their motorcycles on the road and to be more versed in the rules of the road, but it will also decrease the corruption in the system. Once you have completed the training and is certified, then there is no need for the licensing officer to charge you nothing for your license other than the legal required fees," end quote. On the occasion of the International Organization for Migration's 74th anniversary on December 6th, its office in Belize has embarked on 13 days of advocacy that will lead up to International Migrants Day on December 18. The Belize office opened in 2010 and has spearheaded 7 different projects with funding totaling $6 million. At its headquarters in Belize City, Diana Locke, head of office for IOM, today walked us through their accomplishments in the last 5 years. She explained that IOM's activities are tied to the government's efforts to meet Goal 10 of the Sustainable Development Goals that speak of facilitating safe, orderly, and responsible migration and objectives under the Global Compact on Migration. In recent years, IOM Belize has assisted the government with its latest amnesty program, for which 12,765 applications were received from 32 countries and over 10,000 persons were approved. The program lasted for over a year and concluded in March 2023. However, there were challenges, and Locke today reported that some migrants are still being vetted.
As of, I think yesterday, I was told that there is a little bit under 300 files left to be completed. There's over 10,500 approvals. There's a little bit over 300 denials. And so we're monitoring that very closely because we had continued to support that over time, making sure people got access to their approvals, trying to see how we can source funding for people who are not able to cover the cost of the amnesty. We got some support from UNICEF. They contributed $38,000 and we were able to support 106 persons from that, primarily women and children. And so we're looking for possible other sources of funds that when the amnesty actually closes, that government, and they said it's ending for persons who can't pay, that we could try to see how we can get funding to help them with that. So I think the challenges were with the security vetting, because that was, as I know and I understand, it was very critical for the government, the security vetting part of it. And so to ensure that that was adequately and properly met, I think they explored other options other than just relying on the police. If it was to just rely on the police going to the communities to do interview, they wouldn't be where they are today. So they engaged with, I think, other international partners. I think there was the Interpol check, there was the SIMS check, there was the police record. They utilized a service from a group called GSIF in Central America. So the applications really had to go through that rigorous security screening. And I think that was a part of what caused some of the delay.
The hope is to complete the vetting of the outstanding applications by the end of the year. IOM in its field visits and hubs met some 8,000 people, of whom about 6,000 applied for amnesty. Locke says the plan is to organize a smaller program so they too can be regularized. The United Democratic Party's new leadership is beginning the work to rebuild the party and work our reunification. At a first press conference under the leadership of Tracy Panton today, she signaled the beginning of, quote, a new chapter and renewed energy, end quote, within the UDP. During the question and answer segment, Panton was pressed on one of the most critical challenges they face, campaign finance. She was questioned how the UDP, currently out of government and facing internal reorganization, plans to acquire the resources necessary to rebuild its machinery and mount an effective campaign.
As I said earlier, Jules, we're in the process of that assessment now. But let it be clear, we're starting at ground zero. And we will rise from the ashes, my friend. We will rise from the ashes. And we will do what is necessary to put this party back in a solid foundation. You will remember the days some laughed at us when we used to have their barbecue and we have their raffle. We got a fundraising dance. We will do that if we have to. Because there's no shame in us working together to rebuild the UDP and to put it on a foundation that is solid in terms of its financial resources and its capacity to do the things that we say we're going to do in our reform agenda.
Panton also addressed the upcoming municipal elections, expressing confidence in the party's readiness. She noted that the UDP has both the, quote, manpower and the female power to compete effectively, adding that the party is energized and prepared to work toward victory at the polls.
If you look to your left?
My right.
Your right, sorry. If you look to your right, that side of the room, every person that is sitting on the right side of you will be doing the work of rebuilding in your various constituencies. We have the manpower, we have the female power, we have the will, we have the discipline, we will have the resources to do the work, and we intend to send a clear message to John Rosenio and his administration come the municipal election.
The UDP says this will be the first of ongoing updates as the leadership works to rebuild confidence and strengthen connections with Belizeans across the country. After the break, Rodwell Ferguson says fireworks purchase in Melchor was legal. Stay with us.
Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro, y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho, y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now. Once you have land, you have wealth.
I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything.
You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
It's just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
Cyber Home Theater presents the 4th annual all-white dance and tribute to the late great Otis Redding.
I'll let nothing separate us.
And it's all going down at the Belize Services League on Saturday, December 13th from 8 p.m. until music provided by the International Tony G, DJ Waters, all backed up by Water Sound System. With a special performance by Harrison Doggy King.
Make sure you no broke. Make sure you no broke. It's Christmas.
It's an all-white event, tribute and dance to the late great Otis Redding. Saturday, December 13th, inside the Belize Services League. Call Dara at 623-3662 for table and chairs reservations. You don't want to miss this special December event.
Dreaming of a white Christmas day.
Sir, your item is ready for viewing.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I can right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay. Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home. providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now. Once you have land, you have wealth.
I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything.
You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
It's just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
Cyber Home Theater presents the 4th annual all-white dance and tribute to the late great Otis Redding.
I'll let nothing separate us.
And it's all going down at the Belize Services League on Saturday, December 13th from 8 p.m. until music provided by the International Tony G, DJ Waters, all backed up by Water Sound System. With a special performance by Harrison Doggy King.
Just as the United States can provide data on remittances from residents who originated in other countries, Diana Locke, the head of office for the International Organization for Migration in Belize, says they have discussed doing this here.
That is something that we have been talking about. It's one of our 23 objectives to look at in the Global Compact on Migration, that we want to do some more work on this year. We want to do more work on the diaspora, and we want to do more work on remittances. I know the government collects information through the central bank on remittances. But I don't know that there is any mechanism in place to look at the informal exchanges and the informal movement of funds. And I think that if you were to find a mechanism to informally track that, I think you would be surprised that it could be probably similar to what is officially recorded. So those are things that we want to start looking at to see about the remittances, even cataloging, engaging with the diaspora organizations to see what their contribution is, because it's important. I understand that in the Diaspora Relations Unit here in the Ministry of Tourism, we'll be reaching out to them definitely in the new year to learn more about what they're doing, because it's an area that IAM has worked in. There was a diaspora study done here in 2013. It's something that we would want to maybe get back into again, to look at it and to see how and what we can do in that area.
According to Locke, the majority of migrants are working in areas Belizeans are not working in.
In one of the documents that we gave you, we asked most of these people what were the line of work that they were in. And it's in one of the infographics that we gave you, the detailed amnesty. Majority of them were into either, I think, domestic work, or they were into farming, and working in the industries, and alternatively they were doing, how do you call this? I wouldn't want to say landscaping, but they were cutting yards and doing that kind of work. I think most Belizeans would say that that is not what they were doing. And so I don't see from the data that we collected, definitely, and that's there in terms of the occupation that they indicated to us that they had for the people we encountered. I don't see that as an issue. What I do see is that because these people are working in these different fields, there were lots of people doing elderly health care. Again, that's an area that you could provide training in, that they could do this better, more qualified. Even in terms of hospitality, if they get training in hospitality, you could work in a resort or you can work in a home. It doesn't matter which one, but a lot of them were doing that domestic work in the homes for people. And I think that type of training for elderly healthcare, domestic cleaning, hospitality management kind of thing that they do at the set, I think that could enhance the skills of these people. Caregivers, day caregivers, we all struggle looking for someone to take care of our kids. I think these are opportunities that these persons who are now legal residents could be given those kinds of training, and they could perform those functions, because that is what they have been doing in an informal capacity for a while. So I really don't see where it's displacing anyone.
The majority of amnesty applicants continue to come from Guatemala, followed closely by Honduras and El Salvador.
Guatemala.
That we're seeing, followed by
Guatemala, very closely Honduras and El Salvador. Those are the three. The top one is Guatemala, and we've seen that in the migration extract of the census. We've seen that in the amnesty. Pretty much in every area that we've looked at, Guatemala is the largest number.
And then, but they would have had to be denied in the last census. Sorry, not census, amnesty, because of our situation.
No. But remember that amnesty is to grant you permanent residence, not nationality. So the amnesty gives you a permanent residence card. Only after the ICJ ruling is complete can a Guatemalan national who have completed 5 years of permanent residence in Belize, only then can they apply for nationality. Right now,
the ruling goes.
Right. Well, remember in the Constitution and in our laws, there is a section that says you can't grant citizenship to persons who, citizens of countries who have a claim against your territory. And so as a result of that, there have been no processing of nationality for Guatemalans since 2018.
Yes, for PR.
Yes, you can get permanent residence. That's not citizenship, but you can apply for permanent residence. You can become a permanent resident, but after being a permanent resident for 5 years, only then can you apply for nationality. And until this claim is settled, those persons have to just wait for that to be settled before they can consider becoming a citizen of Belize.
We'll have more from that interview in subsequent newscasts. Sand Creek West Area Rep Honorable Rodwell Ferguson was a hot topic on social media after reports emerged that he made a big fireworks purchase across the border in Melchor, Guatemala. Ferguson took to social media to set the record straight. He clarified that he went to make the purchase on behalf of some of the village councils within his constituency, which had pooled their resources to fund holiday events in their respective communities. He said he then applied for permission to import the explosives from the Commissioner of Police, who granted approval to import some $800 worth of fireworks. Ferguson said his GOB-issued vehicle did not cross the border. Of the actual purchase, Ferguson explained, quote, "I waited at the free zone until they returned. They brought back what they went to purchase, fireworks. The chairman of San Roman asked me to purchase a volleyball net, a volleyball, and 2 footballs. The guys that were along with me purchased 2 bottles of liquor, which is below the prescribed limit. When we approached customs, they said they want to search the vehicle. I told them to proceed. I also gave them the approval for explosives from the Commissioner of Police. They did their search and I was told I was free to leave. Nothing incriminating," end quote. Today is International Anti-Corruption Day. Community activist and chairperson of the UBAD Educational Foundation, Yaya Marin-Coleman, used the opportunity to inform of an upcoming meeting with the National Trade Union Congress, NTUCB, to discuss bringing pressure on the government for an impartial investigation into the Joseph Budna kidnapping. While the NTUCB initially proposed a Senate inquiry, UEF is advocating for a body akin to CICIG in Guatemala, the International Commission Against Impunity. CICIG was a UN-backed body with financing from different countries tasked with investigating criminal networks and corruption between 2007 and 2019.
Today is the 9th of December, so it's 49 days since Joseph Budna was physically assaulted and abducted, and the allegation is that the state complicit in the actions. So UEF sent one letter to the National Trade Union Congress of Belize in October, saying today they will be willing to partner with UEF to hold the state accountable, that the state cannot investigate themselves, and that UEF to propose that the government of Belize ask the UN for an independent commission similar to CICIG as Guatemala had. National Trade Union Congress of Belize responded back and said, send it to in a writing. Send it today in a writing, then get back to it. And when we send it in a writing, UBAD Education Foundation, we asked for a meeting with them and we explained to them what we hope for happen. And so this month, UEF, the Vice President of the Human Rights Commission of Belize, Cynthia Pitts, and myself will sit down with representatives from the NTUCB, and we'll use the letter that we sent to NTUCB, which I'll share with XTV, and we'll come out with a reasoning. I'd hope that we hold the government of Belize accountable, that they cannot investigate themselves. But the only way the UN Commission could come in, that if the state asked, and generally the state wouldn't ask for them to investigate them. But in my mind, we have the heart still in our hand with that video that Channel 7 showed, even though, we couldn't show everything, but it showed enough for make we say, yeah, there's a question mark here as far as the government complicity and what would not happen to her. So with that, I feel that we have enough for pressure the state for them ask the UN for an independent commission.
During the 12 years CICIG spent in Guatemala, it investigated hundreds of cases, which led to indictments against politicians, judges, military officers, and business elites. Ultimately, dozens, including a former president, were jailed. Marin-Coleman highlighted that with the U.S. being the top funder of CICIG, the context now would demand the pursuit of independent financing. However, she emphasized why it is important to pressure the government to pursue a CICIG-type body for Belize.
The CICIG intention, or why it was created, that never for investigate corruption with impunity in Guatemala, but it turned out that way. They had a 36-year civil war in Guatemala from 1960 to 1996 between the Guatemala government and the Guatemalan National Revolutionary Unit, URNG. And so they had for negotiate one end to the conflict between Guatemala and the URNG, they had a United Nations verification mission in Guatemala called MINUGA. Now, human rights organizations and eventually later governments had concern that when MINUGA left Guatemala, that the armed groups could start up again. And so in August and September 2007, there was an agreement between the United Nations and the government of Guatemala, who signed and ratified for this international cooperation known as CICIG for begin operations. So what would be different in Belize is that we would have to approach the government and say exactly what it is that we would want CICIG to do. And again, times have changed, funding not about like before, but that not mean that we shouldn't make one effort. And as I said at the top of this interview, what happened when people organize in their best interest and then the government concede? We're asking to sit down with representatives of NTUCB and reason through that it's not acceptable for the state to investigate themselves for sure. So there is quite a bit of interest from some civil society organizations or groups and Belizean people in the talk about it. And but not a best advocate. So it's up to the people to keep this critical conversation on the front burner. If we now hold the state accountable for ensure that this not happen to another Belizean, then there's a precedence if it happen to other Belizean to be abducted or kidnapped. So yes, you're right. It is an uphill battle, yet it's a battle worth fighting.
On Monday, there were reports that a Belizean identified as Jerome Gill Jr. had died from a heart attack while traveling through Tampico, Mexico. Today, a social media news blog reported that he had been tortured by Mexican cartel operatives. His family has since confirmed that while he was stopped by cartels for some 4 hours, he was not physically harmed. After he was released, he had health complications while at an OXXO. According to his father, stomach ulcers he had ruptured, and while doctors were able to stop the bleeding, medication he was given led to a heart attack. After the break, U.S. Chargé d'Affaires defends Trump's militarization in the Caribbean, and National Security CEO acting as Home Affairs CEO. Stay tuned.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with smart supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho. Y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now. Once you have land, you have wealth.
I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything.
You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
It's just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having two sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Yes, I want to do farming. Fruits, vegetables, anything. You don't have to go out there and buy, you have your own thing.
This never happened when I come in the two, baby. That's what you do.
200 lots, more lots than people with land of Acacia. So when I pick them when I ban yet to get land.
You could look at all of them, how happy they are. They're so, man, these people don't know how to express themselves right now.
People who have never had a land before, will live here for years, finally get something to say, okay, I have something in my name,
So when you get your piece of land, you have to hold on to your land. You have something to pass on to your picnic.
Use your land, make it useful.
Don't sell your land because it is gold. You're investing in your own selves and your children down the road.
I know how to say thank again because it's a great achievement.
medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. On to my agony, strength in it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who will take the crown in a 2026? This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, the happy cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. All top-class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
This a Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
The rainforest of Belize. Nature in her most abundant and untamed state. A place of amazing wonder. So we bottled it with passion. The alchemy of pure rainwater. Fresh, pressed heirloom sugarcane grown in this rich soil, distilled by local artisans, always in harmony with nature. Organically certified, sustainably committed, deeded to a trust that supports the communities of southern Belize. This is the relentless pursuit of craft without compromise. And now we share this part of the world with the world and you. We are Kopali Rum, the spirit of the rainforest.
In a recent interview, U.S. Chargé d'Affaires Catherine Beamer defended the militarization of the Southern Caribbean by President Donald Trump, who is going after drug cartels in an effort to dismantle transnational drug networks.
I think as someone who's lived and worked in the Caribbean for many years, it's certainly a change of tactic, but I think one that shows how serious the Trump administration is on combating narcotics trafficking through the Caribbean, because we have determined that thousands of American lives have been lost due to illicit narcotics entering the United States, and we're going to devote the necessary resources to eliminating that threat.
Do you believe that it will cause some tension between the U.S. and the Caribbean, considering CARICOM is concerned about maintaining a zone of peace here?
Yes, I do think that there is going to be further consultation, but as someone who has, as I said, I worked on the Caribbean for many years, and I know that this is, many of the nations in the Caribbean feel ill-equipped to fight these very well-resourced and dangerous narco-terrorist cartels. And so this is the type of assistance that the United States can provide under this administration's leadership. And I think that, the President's national security strategy just came out last week. I think that everybody in the Caribbean should feel relieved that there is such attention to this issue and problem, because that's something that, in my opinion, has been lacking for far too long.
Minister of Home Affairs Honorable Oscar Mira has confirmed that Sharol Carr Saldivar is no longer CEO at his ministry. From the moment he took over the portfolio 3 weeks ago, it was clear that someone else would assume the position. On Monday, Minister Mira informed that for the time being, his CEO at his former ministry, Francis Usher, is holding over.
Yes, CEO Usher is acting CEO at this time. He is the CEO of the National Defense and Border Security. At the same time, he's acting CEO for the Ministry of Home Affairs and Enterprise. I have a discussion with the PM. As you know, he's the one who appoints CEOs, and we do have a very good idea as to who we want to come here, and it's just for us to sit down and agree, and PM will do that appointment soon.
The police department is being tasked with providing advice to the Dangriga sub-treasury, which has been hit by burglars multiple times over the years. On previous occasions, the culprits have gotten away with a substantial amount of money. On the latest occasion, they made off with about $1,000 in the vault. Here is Minister of Police Oscar Mira.
Well, that is for the Treasury Department to do. We are going to give them recommendations on how to enhance their security at the Treasury, and indeed, more than one time it has been broken into. Something has to be done. As soon as I get more information from the Commissioner of Police, I will definitely let you guys know. But we are giving them recommendations on how to enhance the security at the Treasury.
And employees of Bowen & Bowen have come together for the 16th year to collect funds to help less fortunate ones have a Christmas meal. The company matches the donations and has also received funds from the Coca-Cola Company to help curate a record 300 boxes to distribute with the help of various nonprofit organizations. Corporate Relations Manager at Bowen & Bowen, Rosanna Villanueva, spoke of the initiative and of the generosity of their employees.
These boxes have the basics: rice, beans, peas and carrots, salad cream. They have a certificate from Quality Poultry where families can go and get extra stuff there. They also have some extra treats. We have Coca-Cola, Fanta in the boxes. We have Snackers chips. We have cookies. So the boxes are fully loaded, all right? And that's the idea behind these boxes. The reason Jingle Boxes, the entire program is so special for Bowen & Bowen is because the funding for the boxes comes from our employees. So every year we go to our employees and we appeal to, give something towards funding the boxes, and it's their personal funds that they give us. Whatever our employees give, the company matches, and we also get some additional funding from the Coca-Cola Company. So all of that combined means that we can do these boxes and fill them with lots of goodies. We're super proud this year because we were able to increase the number of boxes to 300. So if you'll remember, a couple years ago, we were excited about going up to 250. This year, we're at 300. So it's really, it's a great initiative. We are so grateful to our employees for their generosity when it comes to these boxes. And going up to 300 means that we are now able to spread some more love, spread some more joy. We were able to increase the number of boxes that we give to some of the organizations that we work with. And this year, we were able to add a couple new organizations, we call them partner NGOs. We were able to add a couple more to the list, which just means that more boxes will be going out across the country.
We hear from representatives of the Belize Cancer Society, Belize Friends Ministries, and Dara's feeding program and how these boxes will assist community members.
We would like to express our sincere gratitude to your donation of the jingle boxes. Your generosity is invaluable. Donations like yours will make a significant difference in the lives of those families in our community that we serve. Your commitment to helping us make a positive impact is deeply appreciated. We are deeply grateful for your support and collaboration. Thank you.
So our NGO work with youths that comes from marginalized communities, and we try to partner with organizations that give back to the community so that we're able to bless the families and communities that we work with. I am really, really happy to be a part of this initiative because it goes beyond just our students, and it goes into the community. It blesses their families as well as our students at our school. So it touches lives in ways that Bowen and Bowen is not seeing, and we're very grateful to be a part of this initiative.
Normally what I do, I go to the school and find out which children that come to the program and the best behavior and thing, and then we try to give them. That way that I try to do it because they need it too much, you know. And so I try to give it to those who attend school the most and thing, you know. I'm always feel blessed to be part of this because I'm here with some giant NGOs and thing, and I'm just a grassroots guy trying to do my thing in the community, and always people hail at me for things like this, you know. I'm grateful.
And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.
Thank you.